So, I mean, was it something that you had talked with the Washington Capitals about to play another year of college? Because again, like you're saying, last year and then the end of 2019, 2020 were just so pathetic. I mean, I got to see your team play against Northeastern a couple of times this season, and that was nice, but it would have been nice to see a lot of different teams as well. And just like, because you were seeing a lot of the same opponents this year. And it was like, even though we declared a national champion and everything, it was a very, very trying season.
Yeah, definitely a very tough year. A lot of stops and starts. We had to quarantine two separate times. Yeah, I had some injury stuff too. So just, yeah, it was nice to honestly kind of just get like a redo of a year. And, Washington was obviously going to support me. And if I decided to go back or if I decided to transfer someone else, and obviously they're excited, to be able to come into the building this year and get to watch some games in person for sure.
So I mean, we're into the bonus round of questions, but are you going to enter some sort of graduate program at Minnesota State?
Yeah, so I'll be doing a master's program in sports management.
Oh, so that's pretty good. I mean, but I don't know, what are you studying so hard for? I thought you wanted to become a professional hockey player.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely hockey's number one at this point. But a lot of things. Obviously, we didn't think we'd be at this spot. A couple of years ago where we are now. So, a lot of things can change. So I've always been a big proponent of getting my degree and having sort of a plan B there. For whenever hockey gets over down the road, whether that's 2 years from now or 20 years from now, I don't really know. So that was definitely a big thing of mine, is to be able to have something to fall back on in the future.
Oh, good thing, you're thinking, all right. So what's your conversations with like with the school, you coming in there as a grad student? Are you only allowed one season as a grad student in the NCAA? Because it never actually occurred to me before.
Yeah, so normally, yeah, if you're a grad student, you just get one season, and that's what this is going to be. It'll only be 1 year here, which is basically just taking advantage of the extra year that the NCAA gave everyone because of COVID.
All right. You were in development camp with the Caps, right?
Yep. Yeah, I've gone to 3 development camps.
You've been in 3 development camps with the Caps.
Yep.
Okay. Have you met Ovechkin during like any one of those camps? And like, what was that like?
No, I haven't met Ovechkin. We got to meet some of the players that were around though, but never Ovechkin. But yeah, it was definitely a really cool experience getting to go down, use their facilities, get to train with their other prospects and skate with with some of their guys that have obviously even made it to the NHL at this point. Definitely cool. My second one was right after they won the Stanley Cup, so obviously the hype around the town at that one was obviously awesome, and it's cool to see all the fans come in to watch our scrimmages and whatnot. It's it's a great experience, and I would hope that anyone would jump at it if they get the opportunity to go.
But this year there wasn't any such thing, right?
No, so yeah, this summer and last summer there haven't been any. No.
That's so crazy. All right, so going back, how did the Fairbanks thing come up? Was that in the middle of your senior year at Elks, or did you finish the season with the Elks and then just bolt for juniors?
No, so yeah, I went to. They actually drafted me in the North American draft in the summer that year. So then I went to their camp, which is actually in Minnesota. Their head coach is actually from the same hometown as me, so I know him pretty well. So yeah, they drafted me, and then we went to camp in August and made the team out of camp. And he knew right away, obviously, that playing Minnesota high school hockey is something that a lot of kids love to do, and he knew that there was no way I was gonna give up my senior year of doing that. So he basically just said, "Why don't you come and play 2 months in the fall, or in the fall for us, and then come back, finish out the regular season in the spring, and play playoffs with us, and kind of go from there." So that's what I did. So I ended up going. I was there from basically September till the beginning of November. Then I went back to Elk River and played my senior year with Elk River High School, which lasted probably until the end of February. And then I went out and played the last 6 to 8 games of the regular season and playoffs in Fairbanks.
What a crazy senior year, right?
It was, yeah. It was definitely different.
So things are happening pretty quickly for you, with less than a season of juniors, then immediately into college and playing as a freshman.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was obviously something UNH and I had talked about when they recruited me, and that they wanted me to come in right away. And it was, kind of an added bonus that I was able to get those games in juniors. Obviously, to, the step from high school to college is pretty big. So getting that kind of middle step in there for 25, 30 games was definitely helpful as well.
But again, that's quick because a lot of guys, as spend a good deal of time, maybe even a couple or a few years in juniors, and then step up into, a college situation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it was something that, I was excited about, but at the same time, I knew it was going to just be a lot of extra work, which I was obviously looking forward to. And, I'm glad I did it. It was obviously a great experience out at UNH, and I, wouldn't have traded it for anything.
Mhm. Well, I mean, you're a pretty big kid at 6'2", 205, all right, and seem more of like a shutdown type of defenseman when I went to see you play a couple of times at Northeastern, and then once at Bentley the year before. So that seems to be mostly. Do you think that that is mostly your style, or are you think you're going to be able to upload some passes for assists like you did in high school?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like to think of myself as a two-way defenseman. Obviously, probably a little bit more on the defensive side, but I think the big thing nowadays is defensemen have to be able to be active in the rush and force turnovers and get the puck up ice. So that's definitely something I look forward to, is be able to join in on the offense as well as shut down teams on defense.
And also the on ice accountability. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I have no idea what the neck of the world is where you come from up in Elk River. But is it like, does everybody basically play hockey there?
Yeah, it's pretty big hockey town for sure. Yeah.
Because I mean, it seems like, I mean, you like basically grew up there, you went to the high school there, and I understand that Minnesota hockey is, pretty crazy and very competitive, you
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, five of my other friends that I grew up playing hockey with all play D1 hockey right now too. So we had a pretty good group going up. So it was fun playing with all of them growing up. Yeah, like
that's
I said, five D1 guys, one guy that's already played some games in the NHL. It's definitely cool.
It's pretty awesome. Well, it's I don't know if you've seen Elite Prospects, but it's our photo of you from your UNH days up on Elite Prospects, because
Awesome.
we noticed that you were photo deficient. So we wanted to correct that there and put a good photo of you up there. So
Definitely, yeah, that's a good one for sure.
have you seen that one?
I have, yep.
There you go. Good. So you're not photo deficient anymore.
Awesome.
Yes. So we want to wish you the best. You're our first NHL draft pick kid out there. I want to kind of still say you're a kid because you're like all of 22, right?
Yep, 22.
Still, that's like amazing. So, but we want to wish you the best. And just watching you play at Northeastern last year and Bentley the year before, we really feel like we're going to be watching you play on our television. Okay.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, Benton Maass, so nice of you to answer our one question interview and then the bonus round.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.